Hello everybody, I'm Sohnjee. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, thank you so much. I appreciate your stopping by. If you are already a subscriber, let me take a moment to thank you so much for hanging in there with me and subscribing and giving me your time. I know you could be anywhere else doing anything else, but you're choosing to hang out with me, and I definitely appreciate it. So let's get into it. As always, I ask that you like, share, and subscribe. And when subscribing, please hit the little bell and let them know that you want to be notified when I upload new content. I encourage you to watch the video and, of course, leave your comments below. I'm always interested in hearing what it is you think about it. I do read the comments and I will respond. So I just ask that each of you are courteous and respectful of myself, yourselves, and each other. Alrighty? So without further ado, let's get into this subject matter for this video series. We are discussing how your astrological sign acts when they're falling for you and in love. All right, let's go. All right, so every zodiac sign is different. Okay, we've established that. No two people are the same. However, there are specific traits that can be attributed to each zodiac sign. All right, now the way in which they express it is what makes them unique. Now, everyone expresses their feelings differently, of course, particularly when they're in love or involved in a romantic entanglement with someone. That's why it can be so difficult for you to determine whether or not the partner you're with is really feeling you or just simply playing games. All right, so the purpose of this video is to give you a heads up, a clue to help you determine whether or not your boo is into you, because very often people don't notice the signals that show how much someone likes them. So they ask themselves and others many questions. We've all gotten it from your friends. Do you think they're into me? What do you think? They act this way, and you go into this diatribe and it goes on and on about you trying to figure out whether the person you're dating is into you. So stay tuned, get your pen and paper ready. I'm going to talk to you about how the zodiac sign you're involved with, whether or not they're feeling you or it's kind of on the fizzle. Stay tuned, it's coming up right now. Well, you got your sights set on a Sagittarian, or a Sagittarian has their sights set on you, perhaps? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it's like when a Sagittarian is in love. So first of all, Sagittarians are by nature curious and energetic people. They are the sign that loves adventure. These are the world seekers, the world travelers. They're also the athletes of the zodiac. They're typically quite athletically inclined. They like movement. They like being out and about. They appear restless, but it's really not a restless spirit in them. It's a curiosity. They want to live life to the fullest. That is who Sagittarius is. They have open minds and typically philosophical viewpoints that they aren't shy about sharing with you. They are able to transform their thoughts into concrete actions and will do most anything to achieve their goals. They are very goal-oriented, goal-driven, okay? Now, their enthusiasm has no bounds, and they possess a great sense of humor and intense curiosity about new things, new cultures. The Sagittarian is not closed off to experiencing something new. As a matter of fact, they welcome it. They like that. They thrive on that. They don't feel as though there's ever enough knowledge to be obtained and experiences to experience. So nothing boring about a Sagittarian. Now, freedom is their greatest treasure. It's very important to them, particularly their freedom, all right? And because of this, they have a brutal honesty, and they will let you know that they are becoming impatient with you, or if you are becoming too clingy or infringing upon their free space. They can be tactless sometimes when they need to say what they need to say. So the Sagittarian is the one I call them, the ones with the tongues of fire. Yes, if you have a friend or a Sagittarian in your life and you want to know the truth about something, I'm not saying you want somebody to tell you something nice. I'm saying if you want to know the truth, ask a Sagittarian, because yeah, they're going to tell you the truth. Now, don't get mad if the truth happens to be opposite of what you thought it was, or don't get your feelings hurt in the delivery of the truth, because remember, you asked a Sagittarian. So just plant your hips, brace yourself, and let them bring it on. Alrighty, moving on. Now, Sagittarians, however, are very playful people. They just have a very playful and light spirit about them. They're humorous, which means that they enjoy having fun with their partners. They like people around them that like to laugh and have a good time. They are not the stick in the mud. They want to come to the party, and they're there to have fun. Their partners are typically equally open people, and will certainly certainly suit their expressive, passionate side. They need someone that's going to embrace that in them and not try to stifle it or change it, okay? They are also the ones that are willing to try anything once. Well, with a Sagittarian, it's typically twice, because they have to make sure they don't like it. So if you like that in a partner, and this is who your partner is, it's just quite naturally that's just Sagittarius, okay? Now, these fun-loving, eternal travelers love adventure. Most Sagittarians have been quite a few places. They have a bucket list of places that they like to visit, that they have a regular vacation schedule. But Sagittarians are usually the ones that travel, okay? So some of their best traits are actually their frankness, their honesty. It takes some getting used to if you're not accustomed to people kind of being in your face with the truth, but in reality it's refreshing because you know where you stand with the Sagittarian. They're going to tell you, okay? And as well as their courage and optimism. They are some of the most optimistic people, and typically when people are around them and they're down, a Sagittarian will give you, but on the flip side, to try to bring your spirits up, okay? Now, to keep a Sagittarian's attention, you should share in their quest to know more. They love knowledge. They enjoy learning. You should appreciate the wisdom that they have, because typically Sagittarians have been through some things. All right? And you should respect their opinion, okay? Now, you may not agree with it, and it may be kind of tactless and superficial and kind of boisterous and overconfident when they deliver that opinion, but they still want you to respect it, because at the same time when you deliver your opinion, they're going to respect it even if they don't agree with it. They don't take an exchange or a difference of opinion to heart typically. They leave it where it is and they move on. Remember, like I said, they're just fun-loving. They need their freedom, however, as I said, and they don't like clingy people. They need you to have a life, or they're going to help you get a life, especially if it's infringing upon their space, okay? Now, you will have to learn when to hold on to them and be around them, and when to let go. They will give you very specific clues, or they'll just tell you, okay? And you have to learn how not to let your feelings get hurt. Don't get in your feels when the Sagittarius tells you, okay, you need to go on over there because I need space to do what I need to do. It's not personal. That's just who they are. I mean, well, it is personal because they're telling you to get up out their face, but they'll be back, okay? It's just who they are. Now, they are logical thinkers and enthusiastic listeners. They listen carefully to everything you say. Okay, even if they're seeming distracted, they hear you. They're paying attention to you. But what they do is they listen to it and they process the information, coming to their own conclusion. So it may take a Sagittarian a minute to respond back to what you said, but wait on it. It's coming. They're going to tell you exactly what they think and exactly what they heard. And if you give them enough leeway, exactly what you should do about it or not. Okay? So that's who they are. So if you're talking to a Sagittarian and he or she seems to be taking their time about responding, that's because they're mulling it over and they're running it through their own experiences. And they also have pretty good bullshit barometers just built in. And if they think that that's what you're doing, they're going to call you out on that too. All right? So be prepared. Now, they are independent, friendly, and outgoing, and they enjoy expressing themselves in sexual, playful manners. Yeah, our Sagittarius have been misnomer. Well, it's not really a misnomer because it's kind of accurate. Our Sagittarians are typically sexually free. They enjoy sex, they enjoy expressing themselves sexually, and they don't see any problem with it. And they don't have a problem telling you about it either. Okay, so, but they've also been misnamed the sluts of the zodiac, if I should say, because they have no problem in the freedom of expression of sex. That isn't necessarily true. You can kind of find that sexual freedom across the board in the astrological chart. It has more to do with other things in the zodiac, but it is well known that a Sagittarian is kind of freaky, and they're not ashamed to say it. Alrighty, so they express themselves sexually, and they are determined to live life to the fullest. They consider sex a very big part of life. So yeah, Sagittarian is definitely in the mix and making it happen, okay? Their personalities are vibrant, inquisitive, and exciting, okay? They love adventures and long conversations. They love philosophical discussions. So if you have a Sagittarian in your life, come on, talk about that exotic thought process. Talk about that new age thinking. Talk about your conspiracy theories with them. Bring it on. Sagittarians love to take it there with you, okay? Now, they see most things as a challenge, and they can't stand boredom. So, one way to turn a Sagittarius off, bore him. Bore him or her. Just be the same old typical stick in the mud, don't want to do anything, don't want to say anything, don't want to discuss anything. Yeah, that Sagittarius is going to be out of there. Now, if you give Sagittarius a reason to think a relationship with you is going to be boring or difficult in the beginning, they will simply walk out the door. They're out of here. They're not playing any games with you, and they're not playing games with their time. However, now let me just say this. Yeah, they're not into the drama or the difficulties in the beginning. However, if a Sagittarian has decided that they love you and you're their person, a Sagittarius is going to hold you down. A Sagittarian will go harder for you probably than you will go for yourself if you're their person. That's who they are. Okay, it's just initially you can't be working their nerves or vexing them because they gotta go. And you can't be boredom because they're not here for boredom. Life is too short. Alrighty? Now, don't expect them to fall in love with you immediately. Does it happen? Of course. Is it often? Not usually. It's kind of rare with a Sagittarian. However, once they do fall for you, I mean really into you, they will be loyal and caring. As I said, they will hold you down. They will fight for you harder than you fight for yourself. They will keep a stiff upper lip for you. They're not going to let anybody dog you in your face or behind your back. That's just how loyal a Sagittarian is, okay? Now, Sagittarians aren't exactly amazing when it comes to having an overabundance of emotions, okay? They just aren't out here emoting. That's just not who they are. The way that they deal with being in love is by making jokes and having more fun about it and teasing you and making time for you. And they will actually allow more of you in their free time than they were doing before. They make time to spend time with you. You become a priority to them, all right? Now, they're still going to figure out a way to have their free time to do what they need to do because that's just who they are. But they will lessen that amount of time for themselves to spend that time with you. This is how they learn about you and feel they are having fun with you. They just need to have fun with you, and they will continue to introduce you to different experiences that they enjoy to make sure that you too enjoy that, to keep things cohesive for them, all right? Now, Sagittarians are well-known commitment phobes. Everybody knows that about them. They say it about that. The only people that are probably harder to pin down than Sagittarians are probably Aquarians. But the Sagittarian is right up there, right up top with people that aren't rushing to be in a fixed relationship. They take their time about it because they want to understand the person that they're getting into, and it's super important for the Sagittarian that you understand them, all right? As Sagittarians in love, they will take their partners on adventures, okay? Remember I told you a Sagittarian is an adventure seeker. So they're gonna take you on trips near and far. They will take you on fantasy rides where you don't leave the building, yet the Sagittarian will take you on that fantasy voyage in the mind. Yeah, that's the Sagittarians. As I said to you, they are sexually expressive. They take the whole thing into account and they make it happen. The Sagittarian is putting it down. When they've decided that you're the person that they want to be with and they are going to give up their freedom and connect themselves to you, hey, baby, you got yourself something. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. All righty? They want you to try out new foods. They'll take you there. They'll want you to experience that. They'll introduce you to things that you may not have heard of. They'll definitely share their guilty pleasures with you and want you to partake in them so they can discuss them with you. Did you like them? Why didn't you like it? And it's just a constant, let's go try, let's experience, because these are building memories, important memories for the Sagittarian. And again, as I said, it's super important that Sagittarius can have a good time while they're with you, all right? When they fall in love, they're nervous yet excitable. Yeah, they lose their comedic timing, however. They're just off. Something's off about them, and they become tongue-tied around you, which can be tragic to watch because the Sagittarian is typically quite smooth, and they are the comeback, clapback queens and kings. However, when they are feeling you, they are actually taking the time to process what it is they're going to say to you. So it seems as though, what happened? Why aren't you saying anything? But that's because they're actually making an effort not to offend you or hurt you in any way because they're feeling you, they like you. But that's gonna pass, okay? Once this relationship has been established, you're gonna get your Sagittarian back, and they're gonna have that tongue of fire, and they're gonna say what it is that they need to say to you because they figure it's a safe zone and you get it. You know it's no harm. They're just keeping it real. Alrighty? Now, when Sagittarians fall for another person, they fall hard, okay? It's no playing around because, as I said, they guard their freedom. They guard that. It's precious to them. So when they've decided, when they've made up their mind that they're going to spend time with you, it is a really big deal. A Sagittarian romance can be very fiery in the beginning. As I said to you, they're going to take you on fantasy voyages in your mind and on your body. then you didn't even leave the room. I only heard that through experience. No, I not experience. I heard that through my research. Okay, but let me just tell you something. The Sagittarians I know definitely take being in love quite seriously, and so they dedicate time to it and they put the effort into it. And yes, it is an adventure to be with a Sagittarian, okay? They enjoy putting fantasy into their new pairings. Now, Sagittarians are very social and communicative people, so it's easy to confuse their friendship for love. And that happens to a lot of people. They'll say, you know, I'm hanging out with this Sagittarian, we're having a good time, we're laughing, we're always doing things together. And then they turn around and the Sagittarian's like, whoa, wait a minute, no, we're not together like that. We're not together. You know, we together, we cool, but we not that. And that happens a lot, okay? So if that's happened to you, you're not alone. It's quite common with the Sagittarian. But however, this is how you can tell if that Sagittarian is falling for you. They will become clumsy. As I said, they will become awkward, childish, maybe even possessive. They'll certainly begin to laugh a lot, laugh inappropriately. They will laugh at your corny jokes. They will make an effort not to be so blunt towards you. They will hold that back, hold their tongue, harness themselves for you, okay? That is a Sagittarian that is falling for you. And once they've made it and processed it through their mind and taken the plunge within themselves that they're going to allow that part of their freedom to go, they're going to tell you about it, all right? Sagittarius is not going to have you guessing about whether or not you're in a relationship. As I said, many times people confront the Sagittarian thinking that they're in an exclusive relationship with them, and they're told, no, did I tell you that? Then that's not what it is. So if they haven't told you, and they're not acting awkward or holding their tongues or putting your feelings first and not being as forthcoming, but they're actually being considerate about you, yeah, that Sagittarian's feeling you. But rest assured, if the Sagittarian has sat you down and they've had a sincere conversation with you and they're telling you that they are into you, you can take that to the bank. They are the honest ones of the zodiac. They're the truth tellers. So when you ask them a direct question and they give you a direct answer, especially about matters of the heart, you can trust it and believe it. Okay, so have you been in a relationship with a Sagittarian? Are you one of those people that you mistook their sociability and their friendship for a relationship? Tell us about it below. I know the stories are good. Sagittarian stories are typically really, really juicy. I look forward to your comments. Are you a Sagittarian? Did I forget something? Say something about you? I took it easy on you, Sagittarian, but I know that you guys can take it because you definitely like the truth. Alrighty, that's it. I look forward to seeing what you got to say in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you will be notified about the next video and you too can take part in the discussion. See ya. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.